At the end of September 2025, many will feel that something is closing, something is reaching its final stage. This is not only about dates on a calendar, it is about cycles that have carried you through months of experiences, challenges, victories, and lessons. Every ending carries weight, and the end of September 2025 will feel heavy because it demands that you let go of what cannot be taken into the next phase. The fear that rises in such moments is natural, but it must not control you. Fear arises when the mind resists change, when it clings to the familiar, even if the familiar is painful. When a cycle closes, it is the universe forcing you to release. The end of September 2025 is not a gentle reminder. It is a powerful call. You cannot keep dragging old habits, old pain, and old excuses into a new beginning. If you try to carry what has already expired, it will weigh you down and break your spirit. This is why endings feel scary, because they push you to confront yourself, to look at what you have avoided, and to finally admit what no longer belongs in your life. Think of the last days of this September as a mirror. What you see reflected will not always be easy. You may see your mistakes, the times you hesitated, the times you betrayed your own discipline. But this mirror is not here to punish you. It is here to strip away illusions and force clarity. Clarity is painful when the truth has been ignored. But without clarity, there can be no growth. This end of September 2025 is not an ordinary transition. It carries a dramatic intensity because the world is shifting, and if you remain stuck in the old, you will be left behind. You must treat this moment as a final call to rise, to step into maturity, to embrace strength rather than weakness. The closing of this cycle is a chance to burn the unnecessary parts of yourself. Burn away the doubts that stop you. Burn away the fears that silence you. Burn away the laziness that wastes your life. If you do not, you will enter October with the same broken pieces and nothing will change. Let the fear of this ending become fuel. When you feel the intensity of September's final days pressing on your chest, do not hide from it. Stand inside it. Feel the weight and then let it sharpen you. Discipline is born in moments where comfort dies. Strength is born when the weak parts of you finally surrender. The end of September 2025 is not trying to destroy you, it is demanding that you evolve. Imagine the trees when autumn comes. Leaves fall, branches grow bare. At first it looks like loss, but this is nature's preparation. By releasing what no longer serves, the tree protects its core, conserving energy for the future. This is exactly what you must do at this end of September. Shed what no longer belongs. Release what has reached its end. Protect your energy by refusing to carry that weight into the next cycle. You may be afraid of endings, but endings are doors. The door only opens once you step out of what has finished. The end of September 2025 is that door. Behind it is October, fresh and open, but you cannot walk through if your hands are full of old burdens. Drop them. Release them. It is not weakness to let go. It is strength. Weakness is clinging to what is already gone. Strength is stepping forward with empty hands, ready to build again. This moment is dramatic because it is final. It will not return. If you ignore it, the chance to transform may slip and you will be forced to wait for another cycle. Do not waste it. Use the power of this ending to fuel your rise. Speak less and act more. Train your mind, train your body, sharpen your discipline. Replace hesitation with action. Replace fear with awareness. Replace comfort with challenge. The end of September 2025 can be terrifying if you are not prepared, but it can also be liberating. What you release now will free your path. What you keep clinging to will chain you to the past. The choice is yours, but the time is limited. This is why the closing of cycles feels frightening, because it leaves no room for indecision. It forces you to choose, to remain as you are or to step into who you must become. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for signs. The end of September is the sign. The fear you feel is the teacher. The weight pressing on you is the call. This is the moment to rise, to cut away the old self, and to prepare for what is coming. If you step with courage now, October will not only be a new month, it will be the beginning of a stronger you. The end is here, but within the end lies the seed of a new beginning. Take it. At the end of September 2025, many will feel an invisible weight pressing on their hearts. This weight is not always danger, it is the pressure of the unknown. What is ahead cannot be seen clearly, and what cannot be seen often appears frightening. The human mind fears what it does not understand. It creates images of disaster, it builds walls of doubt, it whispers lies of weakness. But fear of the unknown is only a shadow. A shadow cannot harm you unless you believe it is real. At this moment in time, the end of September 2025 demands that you look directly into that shadow and refuse to tremble. What is frightening about this season is not the world outside, but the hesitation inside. The unknown future feels sharp because the mind clings to the safety of the past. But the past is gone. The end of September is a clear line between what has been and what will come. If you remain tied to yesterday, you will never move forward. The unknown is not your enemy. The unknown is your teacher. It shows you where you lack trust in yourself, where you refuse to let go of control, where you are still small in your thinking. Fear is natural, but surrendering to fear is a choice. At the end of September 2025, the greatest danger is not what lies ahead, it is your own refusal to walk into it. You may wait, you may hesitate, you may waste these powerful days imagining every possible failure, but none of those failures exist until you create them. The unknown is a blank page. It can be written with strength or with weakness. If you enter October carrying fear, then fear will shape your steps. If you enter October carrying courage, then courage will build your path. Understand that the intensity of these days is not meant to break you. The intensity is a fire. Fire can destroy, but it can also purify. Fear makes you run from the fire, but awareness allows you to step through it. On the other side is clarity. On the other side is strength. At the end of September 2025, the fire of the unknown will test you. If you hide, you will burn in silence. If you face it, you will be sharpened. The unknown carries no promises, and this is why it terrifies many. But it is exactly because there are no promises that anything becomes possible. When the outcome is unwritten, when no guarantee is placed in front of you, that is when you are free to shape it. The end of September opens such a space. Do not waste this freedom by filling it with fear. Stand tall in the blankness, breathe in the uncertainty, and write your next chapter with deliberate steps. Think of a warrior walking into the fog. He cannot see what waits inside. He does not know the path, but he knows his own strength, his own training, his own discipline. This gives him calm even in the midst of the unknown. The end of September 2025 calls for this same spirit. Do not look for light outside of yourself. Become the light inside the fog. Your awareness, your discipline, your inner power. These are the weapons that cut through uncertainty. The unknown is frightening only to those who have no control over themselves. If your emotions are unstable, the unknown will throw you into chaos. If your mind is scattered, the unknown will crush you with anxiety. But if you have trained yourself, if you have built the calmness of awareness and the sharpness of focus, then nothing outside can defeat you. At the end of September, the world may shake, but you can remain unshaken. This is the lesson hidden in the fear. Every ending is a doorway. The end of September 2025 is such a doorway, but it is covered in mist. If you fear the mist, you will never step through. If you walk boldly, you discover that the mist was never solid, it was only your imagination. Fear creates walls where none exist. Courage breaks those walls and reveals open ground. This is not the time for hesitation. These final days of September are too powerful to be wasted on worry. Use them to build yourself. Use them to confront the weak parts of your being. Use them to train your focus, to strengthen your discipline, to sharpen your mind. If you face the unknown with weakness, you will drown in it. If you face it with strength, you will rise above it. The choice is simple, but it requires action. At the end of September 2025, The unknown is calling. It will not wait for you to feel ready. It demands that you step forward now. Do not allow fear to steal these days from you. Do not allow hesitation to keep you small. Take the fear, transform it into fuel, and walk straight into the unknown. You will discover that what you feared was never as dangerous as the doubt you carried. The unknown is not the enemy. The enemy is the refusal to grow. The unknown is the place where growth lives. Step into it, and you will find the strength you have been searching for. At the end of September 2025, life will not whisper, it will shout. The signs will no longer be soft reminders that you can ignore. They will come as warnings, clear and undeniable. Every cycle of life brings signals before a shift. These signals are not there to harm you, they are there to wake you up. Yet many will sleep through them, blinded by distraction, comfort, and laziness. At this time, ignoring the warnings will not only keep you stagnant, it will push you into suffering. The end of September is a sharp edge cutting through everything false. If you have been walking blindly, these days will shake you awake. If you have been wasting time, these days will strip it away. When warnings come, they are not punishments. They are guidance. They are the universe placing a mirror in front of you, demanding that you finally look at yourself with honesty. Do not mistake discomfort for punishment. Discomfort is the language of awakening. Too many people wait for life to collapse before they listen and ignore the early signals, the small discomforts, the repeating patterns. But at the end of September 2025, ignoring the signs will no longer be an option. The warnings will grow louder until you either transform or break. This is the reality of cycles. They force growth, they demand attention, and they do not wait for your permission. Understand this clearly. Warnings are not threats, they are opportunities. They appear to guide you before destruction becomes necessary. The fear that rises during these final days of September is not meant to paralyze you, it is meant to alert you. It is like a bell ringing in the distance, reminding you that something must change, reminding you that your path must be corrected. If you choose to listen, the warning becomes your protection. If you refuse, it becomes your downfall. The end of September 2025 is a crossroad. The signs you see now are not random. They are pointing you toward responsibility. They are asking you to realign with your higher self. Do not waste time searching for external answers. The true warning is always internal. It is the heaviness in your chest when you know you are not living as you should. It is the restlessness in your mind when you betray your discipline. It is the silence of your heart when you keep ignoring your potential. These are the real warnings, louder than anything outside. The dramatic force of this period is necessary. If the warnings were soft, you would overlook them. If they were easy, you would dismiss them. But the end of September comes with intensity so that you cannot pretend anymore. There will be no more excuses. You will either act or you will remain trapped. The choice is simple, but it is not comfortable. Growth is always carved from discomfort. Use this time wisely. The warnings are not here to scare you. They are here to push you. When you feel resistance, it means you are being pointed in the right direction. When you feel pressure, it means life is shaping you. At the end of September 2025, pressure will increase. Do not collapse under it. Stand up. Transform it into strength. This is the only way forward. Remember that all warnings come from care. Just as a storm cloud warns of rain, just as a flame warns of heat, life warns you before collapse. Ignoring the signs is the true danger. If you pay attention, the end of September will not destroy you. It will prepare you. It will strip away the false layers so that October can begin with clarity. Do not resist the wake-up calls. Let them shake you. Let them burn away the illusions you have been carrying, the false comfort, the lazy habits, the lies you tell yourself. These must all collapse. The warning is clear. If you do not let them go now, the next cycle will break you harder. Take this moment as a gift. It is rare to be given such strong signals. Many walk blind through life and never see them until it is too late. The end of September 2025 will test your awareness. Will you see the warnings and act, or will you remain blind and wait for collapse? This is not about fear, it is about responsibility. It is about listening before the voice grows too loud. If you can act on the signs now, you will walk into October lighter, clearer, and stronger. If you ignore them, you will carry unnecessary burdens into the next cycle, and those burdens will crush you. This is the truth of life. The universe always warns before it breaks. The end of September is such a moment. The signs are already here, the pressure is already building, the warnings are already ringing. Do not run from them. Do not cover your ears. Face them, accept them, and use them. The warning is not your enemy. It is your guide. At the end of September 2025, the call is urgent, the message is sharp, and the time is now. Listen or be forced to listen later under heavier weight. The choice is in your hands, but the warning will not wait. At the end of September 2025, the noise of the world will grow louder. Chaos, uncertainty, fear, and distraction will surround you. It will feel as if everything outside is unstable, and many will panic under this weight. But the truth is clear. No matter how unstable the outside becomes, the strength of your inside decides whether you survive or collapse. The storm outside cannot drown you if the waters inside are calm. The fear outside cannot destroy you if the mind inside is disciplined. The end of September is not only a shift in time, it is a test of strength. It comes to show you how much power you have given away to external forces. If every word from others can shake you, if every piece of news can control your mood, if every difficulty can break your focus, then you are fragile. This fragility is not natural. It is built from years of ignoring your inner strength. These days will demand that you reclaim it. Strength is not measured by how much you can dominate others. It is measured by how deeply you can master yourself. At the end of September 2025, self-mastery is the shield that protects you. When the outside feels unpredictable, only inner discipline gives stability. Without it, you will be thrown from one emotion to another, like a leaf carried by the wind. With it, you will remain rooted like a mountain, unshaken no matter how fierce the storm. This is the true meaning of inner strength, to be unshaken. Not because life is gentle, but because you have built a core that cannot be touched by circumstances. You must understand that chaos will always exist outside. The world will never be perfectly calm. Waiting for external peace is weakness. Building internal peace is power. At the end of September 2025, this truth will become unavoidable. Those who rely only on the outside for stability will fall. Those who build stability within themselves will rise. The path to this strength is discipline. Discipline of the body, discipline of the mind, discipline of the emotions. Every time you train your focus, you strengthen the core. Every time you resist laziness, you sharpen your edge. Every time you breathe calmly in moments of tension, you build unshakable presence. This is how storms are survived, not by running, not by hiding, but by standing tall with strength that cannot be touched. The end of September will test your balance. It will place you in situations that demand calm when others are losing control. It will demand clarity when confusion spreads. It will ask for patience when anger rises. If you allow the outside to control you, you will break. But if you turn inward, if you control your response, if you refuse to give your power away, then you will stand tall in a time when many collapse. Remember that true warriors are not the ones who fight the loudest battles outside. They are the ones who win the silent battle within. The war inside is always the hardest. To master the mind, to silence fear, to control desire, to discipline the body. This is strength. And at the end of September 2025, this strength will not be optional. It will be necessary. Without it, you will be carried by the chaos. With it, you will be the stillness inside the chaos. Do not wait for calmness to arrive by itself. Train it now. In the small moments of irritation, practice patience. In the small moments of laziness, practice action. In the small moments of fear, practice courage. These small disciplines build the fortress of the inner self. By the time the end of September comes, the fortress must be ready, because the outside will try to break through, but if your walls are strong, nothing will enter. Understand this well. The outside world is a mirror of the inside. If your mind is chaotic, the world will appear chaotic. If your heart is restless, every sound will disturb you. If you are weak inside, the outside will always overpower you. But if your mind is calm, the storm becomes just noise. If your heart is steady, the fear becomes just wind. If you are strong inside, the outside cannot touch you. The end of September 2025 is dramatic because it reveals who has built their strength and who has not. It is a dividing line. Those who have trained will walk into October with calmness, clarity, and power. Those who have neglected their inner work will stumble, fearful and lost. This is why these days matter. They are not only about survival, they are about transformation. They are the time when strength must no longer be an idea, but a living reality. Do not be distracted by the noise of others. Do not be pulled down by their panic. Let their weakness be your reminder to grow stronger. Let their chaos remind you to become calmer. The end of September is not here to break you. It is here to show you the strength you already hold but have forgotten. It is here to demand that you finally step into that strength and live it fully. When the noise grows loud, return to silence inside yourself. When the fear spreads, return to discipline inside yourself. When the storm rises, return to the calmness inside yourself. The end of September 2025 is the ultimate test of this truth. Nothing outside has power over you unless you give it permission. Stand firm. Build your strength. Be unshaken. This is how you will walk through the storm and rise stronger on the other side. At the end of September 2025, the air will carry a sharpness that cannot be ignored. It will not be soft. It will not be gentle. It will press against you until you feel it in your chest. This pressure is discomfort. It is the feeling of life demanding that you move, demanding that you change, demanding that you break through the walls you have built around yourself. Many will call it scary, but what is truly frightening is staying the same when everything around you is forcing transformation. Discomfort is not here to punish you. It is here to break the shell that has trapped your potential. At the end of September 2025, the discomfort will grow louder, more intense, more unavoidable. It will push you into corners where you must decide whether to remain weak or to rise. This is the path of growth. No one grows when they are comfortable. No one transforms while sitting in ease. The fire that burns at the end of this cycle is the same fire that shapes you into something greater. When the body feels pain during training, it is not destruction, it is creation. The muscle tears so that it can grow stronger. The same principle lives inside the discomfort of September's final days. You are being torn away from old patterns, from old laziness, from old fears. The tearing hurts, but the hurt is necessary. Without it, you would remain the same fragile version of yourself. Growth comes through the pain of letting go. Transformation comes through the fire of discomfort. The end of September 2025 will not allow you to hide. It will bring you face to face with the things you avoid, the conversations you fear to have, the decisions you delay, the discipline you keep postponing. All of it will rise in front of you. This is not cruelty, this is truth. Life will no longer let you escape the reality of your own choices. It will force you to meet them, to confront them, to break through them. And in that breaking, a new self can emerge. Do not resist the discomfort. Resistance only multiplies the pain. When you fight what is meant to shape you, you suffer twice. First from the pressure, and second from your refusal to accept it. At the end of September, surrender to the discomfort, not in weakness, but in awareness. Step into it and let it do its work. Let it strip you of the false safety you cling to. Let it burn away the excuses that keep you small. Let it carve out the discipline you have been avoiding. There is a reason why this season feels dramatic. It is not because the world wants to harm you. It is because you have reached a point where the old ways can no longer continue. If you do not change now, you will be broken later. The discomfort is the warning and the solution. At the same time, it shows you what is wrong and it gives you the chance to correct it. All it asks is that you stop running and face it directly. Think of the caterpillar locked in the cocoon. For it, the cocoon is a place of extreme pressure, of crushing discomfort. But without that pressure, the wings would never form. Without the struggle, the butterfly could never fly. The end of September 2025 is your cocoon. The struggle you feel is the shaping of your wings. If you resist, you will remain trapped. If you accept and push through, you will emerge with strength you never imagined. Discomfort teaches you that nothing worth having is free of struggle. Discipline requires sacrifice. Growth requires endurance. Transformation requires pain. At the end of September, you will feel this truth with force. But if you hold steady, if you continue walking, if you refuse to collapse, you will discover that the fear was only temporary, while the strength gained will remain forever. Every cycle of life demands this shedding. The old must die for the new to be born. The end of September 2025 is the death of comfort. It is the burial of laziness. It is the destruction of excuses. And in that destruction, a new path opens. A path built on resilience, awareness, and power. This is why discomfort is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. It shows you who you really are when comfort is stripped away. When the pressure builds in these days, remind yourself this is the test. This is the fire. This is the moment of transformation. Do not run. Stand in it. Breathe in it. Endure it. Because on the other side of this discomfort is a stronger version of you waiting to be born. The end of September 2025 will separate those who collapse from those who rise. Which one you become depends only on your ability to embrace the struggle and let it forge you. This is the truth of growth. It never comes softly. It comes through discomfort, through challenge, through fire. At the end of September, the fire is here. Let it burn what is weak. Let it reveal what is strong. And step forward into October not as the same person, but as someone transformed, someone sharpened, someone unshaken. This is the gift hidden inside the discomfort of these final days. It is not here to break you. It is here to make you unstoppable. At the end of September 2025, a line will be drawn between the past and the future. The intensity of this period will feel heavy because it carries the weight of closure. But hidden within this closure is the opening of a new path. Endings are never the final chapter. They are the clearing of space so that something new can emerge. The fear of this moment is natural because stepping into the unknown feels uncertain. But behind the fear is opportunity. Behind the weight of September's end is the door to transformation. A new path does not appear in comfort. It does not appear when everything is easy. It appears when you are pushed, tested, and stripped of what no longer serves you. The end of September 2025 carries this exact energy. It will remove what is unnecessary. It will shake loose what you cling to. It will demand that you release old patterns, and then in the silence that follows, a new road will reveal itself. This is the hidden power of endings. They are not destruction, they are preparation. When September closes, it will ask you a silent question through its energy. Are you ready to walk forward, or will you keep dragging the past with you? If you cling to the old, the new path will remain invisible. If you release, the path will appear. Many people fail to see opportunity because they are still staring at what has ended. They mourn, they resist, they refuse to let go. But the end of September 2025 is not a time to look back. It is a time to turn your head toward what is opening. The new path is not given to you, it is revealed to you. It will not arrive with fireworks or loud announcements. It comes quietly but with clarity. You may feel it as a sudden idea, as a sense of direction, as a pull towards something unfamiliar. Do not dismiss it. The end of September is dramatic because it demands courage to step where you have never stepped before. The new path will not look safe, but But safety is not the goal. Growth is the goal. Strength is the goal. Transformation is the goal. Every new path begins with a step that feels uncertain. At the end of September 2025, this first step is everything. Do not wait for certainty, because certainty never comes before action. It comes after. Do not wait for guarantees, because guarantees belong to the past, not the future. This is the time to trust yourself. This is the time to act even when your hands shake, even when your heart races. The new path will only open fully once you begin walking on it. Understand that the closing of this cycle is not a punishment. It is a gift. It is life clearing the old stage so you can step onto a new one. If you continue holding on to expired relationships, outdated habits, or dead ambitions, there will be no space for the new. The end of September 2025 comes with force precisely to clear that space. It demands that you make room. It demands that you stop clinging. Only then will you see clearly what has been waiting for you all along. The path opening ahead is not easy. It will not be soft, but it will be real. It will give you strength. It will challenge you into becoming the person you are meant to be. Many will resist because they want comfort, but comfort has never built greatness. If you want transformation, you must be willing to step into difficulty. At the end of September, life is handing you that chance. The path may look narrow, but it leads to freedom. The path may look steep, but it leads to power. Do not mistake fear for danger. The fear that rises at this time is only the signal that you are stepping beyond your limits, and this is exactly where you must go. The end of September 2025 is not about staying within limits, it is about breaking them. Every ending you face now is making space for an expansion. Every loss you feel now is creating the ground for something greater to be built. This is how cycles work. What closes is always replaced by something new if you have the courage to keep walking. When the clock turns, when September finishes, take it as a ritual. Breathe deeply and step forward without hesitation. Carry nothing unnecessary with you. Do not drag the old pain, the old fears, the old excuses. Drop them and step into October as if you are stepping into a new life, because if you allow it, that is exactly what it will be. The end of September 2025 holds this power to end what is finished and to ignite what is waiting. This moment will not return. It is dramatic because it is final. The door is open only for those who are ready to step through it now. Later will be too late. The path will not wait for your hesitation. It will not remain open for your doubts. It is here at the end of September that the choice must be made. Do not waste it. Take the step. The end of September 2025 is the breaking point, but also the opening point. It is the collapse of what no longer matters and the rise of what does. It is the fire that clears the old forest so that new growth can rise. If you walk forward with courage, you will see that this ending is not your enemy. It is your liberation. The new path is here. Walk it.